We now return to our regularly scheduled program.
We are rolling.
Rolling.
Would you like to tell our audience what we are making this time?
Would you capture the cat first and put it outside?
This time we are making a thing without onions, so I may not get attacked this time.
No onions in this.
This time.
It would be probably very untasty to put onions in this dish. So, we're making something easy peasy today because our last recipe link was so long. I thought we should make something a little shorter. So,
42-minute long video.
it was 42 minutes long. So, today we're making the classic easy peasy dump cake. And it is a very versatile recipe, which you know we love because we like to open the cabinets and find things to put in them.
It has various different variations of the recipe.
Of course it does.
It's got cherry, it's got peach, it's got blueberry. You can even do pumpkin, which we are not doing, but
Yes.
feel free to search up the recipe, do it yourself.
Okay.
So,
Yes.
which take on this recipe are we going to be doing?
Well, it has come down to it. Trying to decide. We can do a peach, which requires 2 cans. There was a recipe variation that you could do cherry or cherry pineapple, and I have cherry and pineapple. I also have multiple cans of mixed fruit, which was actually on a different recipe, but it's the same except for you use 3 cans of fruit. And then there was a pumpkin one, but all I have is 100% pumpkin, and you're supposed to use the pumpkin pie filling. So you would have to actually turn it into pumpkin pie filling before you poured it in, and that sounds like too many steps, so I don't want to do that today.
That it does.
Or you can make it out of fresh or frozen fruit, like blueberries, and you would use like 4 cups of blueberries and a half a cup of sugar and that.
Hey, what if I just took the microphone and
Like attack me, beat me out with it?
put it here? Would the wire be too in the way? Would we be looping around this way too
I'll
much?
try not to loop. I am loopy though.
Alright.
Okay, so I'm thinking we're going to narrow it down to one of these 2. We can do either the peach or the traditional mixed fruit, or you can even do the frozen blueberry one. But if we really wanted to, we could do the pineapple cherry. Not the pumpkin, because
The pineapple cherry does sound intriguing.
So you want to try that?
A combination of 2 different kinds in one.
Okay then, it sounds like...
They do not stack that way, only this way.
Yes. Yes, only one of them has the rounded bottom. I wish all cans had the rounded bottom because that makes them a lot easier to stack. This one doesn't stack. Okay, well anyway, I digress. Okay, so we start, whatever, we start where we only need very few ingredients. So we'll put the blueberries back in the freezer since we're not using those, so they don't thaw out. So you use basically any whatever this is called, a cake mix. Yes.
The classic white cake mix.
Actually, the recipe says yellow, but they all have the same ingredients. It's just a different color. The only difference between a white mix and yellow mix is yellow food coloring.
I'm going to turn this a little bit more this way.
You could also use chocolate if you wanted something very interesting, but I probably would be careful what fruit I would mix with a chocolate one.
True, mixing chocolate with things is a kind of dangerous game to play.
Yeah, it would be really good if you had 2 cans of cherry, because cherry chocolate is really good. I've never tried peach with chocolate. I hear orange is good with chocolate, but we don't have anything, unless you pour marmalade on the bottom, I guess, but we don't have that. So you need cake mix, we'll need 2 cans of fruit, and we'll need a stick of butter. And that's all we need. We don't need any eggs or milk or anything else. Or oil. we are going to pour the cake mix into... Wait, no, we pour the fruit in first.
Alright, here's a fun little game. I'm going to wash my hands now, but past this, count how many times either of us touches our hair or just prods at our face.
Yes, we're trying to learn better. Sometimes it seems like we're touching our face on purpose. Just to make you find things. Very nice. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is open cans.
Can I get the can opener?
That would be lovely, thank you. It's not where I keep the can opener, but... Oh. I think maybe that might be overkill, just a little...
Nonsense. We use the point.
We use the point. See, this one's just a pull top.
Well, yes, but what about this one? This one's not a pull top.
I think that's a little big to be using as a can opener. I was thinking maybe something more like, oh, I don't know, this little Tupperware gadget.
Bested by simplicity once again.
Yes, I'll let you pull the pull tab. Without the sword. Again, with the swords. It's got a thing for swords, what can I say? Okay. I think I've spun that around like 16 times now, maybe. I don't know. Nice. Ooh, lovely. Put away. Yes. Very good job. Very elegantly.
That throw less than elegant.
Okay, now this is technically cherry pie filling and not just cherries. But that's okay because it will already have the sugar involved. Now, how shall we stack this? Shall we put the cherries in and then the pineapples? Or shall we put the pineapples in first and then the cherries? I think we should save a couple of the pineapples to put on top to make it pretty.
Yes. Kind of sandwich the cherries in beneath.
Okay. So.
Maybe that would work.
Yes. So, let us. I'm going to save the pineapple juice for my Egypt.
Fun fact, the whole pineapple can does not go to waste.
Yes, I think we're going to need some of this pineapple juice to make this work. We'll save out a couple of rings. At least, we'll see how these lay out. Okay. Did you want to do the fun stuff?
What is the fun stuff?
I don't know, the slimy part, like I'm doing, touching the food. Oh. Okay, so this, basically, we will have 4 rows of 4. Like this. Mm-hmm.
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 Mm-hmm. And then we have 2 left over for the top. Okay. So, you want to put the cherries in?
Put the cherries in, like just put them on top.
Yeah, you can use the spatula.
Use the spatula, put the cherries on top of the things.
Alright. Let's fill in all of the gaps and spaces. Okay. So we're kind of filled in?
We have hit 10 minutes, by the
Woo!
way.
10 minutes! Oh my goodness. Well, we kind of goofed off for the first few minutes where you were looking for a cat to expel.
Well, I mean, yes, but at least, hopefully, it was filled in by telling everyone what we were making, or at least some things about it.
Well, I was going to, but I was distracted.
With the power of editing, hopefully those few minutes will be taken off.
Ta-da! Yes, the magical power of editing. Okay, I think we will need just a little bit more because the cake mix will want.
Uh-oh.
Ah,
Ran down the side of the bowl.
yay! Okay, I'll just put this there. And then we'll look for something to clean up. Ah, my mess. Ta-da!
You think that it counts for the challenge trying to scratch my head through my hat?
I don't know. It isn't technically touching your face.
I'm not technically touching any part of my head.
So if I like did this, does that count? I was touching my shirt.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Okay.
I've been doing it.
Alrighty, so next we're going to pour this cake mix for the top of said cake.
Teamwork.
Yes. You want to sprinkle that precariously?
Precariously.
Or not so precariously, or whatever. Let's put this over here. There you go. I was gonna lick my finger and I didn't. She's so proud of me.
It is the little stuff that you must break when becoming a chef.
I really want to lick my finger right now.
You must not, it will contaminate your finger.
But I really want to lick it.
We must set a good example for aspiring chefs.
Fine, this is me wiping the yummy cherry juice on the rag instead of eating it.
Which also include us. We are also aspiring chefs.
Yes, aspiring chefs.
Precariously sprinkling
Yes.
all of the cake mix.
Precariously sprinkling. Okay, we're gonna have to shove that around. Shove it around. Okay,
3 points.
3 points.
Yeah.
Okay. Just kind of covering up.
Even it out.
Yes. Now, for the next trick. See,
Butter.
I have food on me again. But we'll need a small knife to cut the butter.
Small by your definition or by my definition?
I was thinking maybe one of those little serrated steak knives over there, as opposed to a sword of some sort. Because I think I can make thinner slices with a steak knife than I can a sword. It would just kind of be big, clumpy messes with the sword.
Mm-hmm.
Would you hand me a knife?
A knife.
Yes, a knife.
A knife.
Thank you. Very lovely. Now this was frozen just a few minutes ago. I'm going to slice these very thin. And then Damien will place them precariously about the top.
Precariously, such as evenly.
Or, yes, okay, evenly, not precariously. Precariously means in kind of like a dangerous situation. This butter's not going to be in danger until after it melts and we eat it. It's not going to be teetering on a giant cliff or, you know, stuff.
Oh, butter broke in half.
Now you've dropped the butter. Now we're going to be a quarter of a piece short.
A quarter of a piece.
We're going to try, I'm slicing it very thin so we can cover as much of the top as we can. I'm probably slicing it too thin. But the recipe said try to cover it as much as possible. And this buttery deliciousness will melt down and cook into the batter. And it
Just
will
the butter
be
glue.
amazing. Now I have to look back at the recipe because I forgot how long for how hot. So I'll have to. Ah!
Butter went flying.
It's a gymnast. It was just showing us what it could do. getting to the frozen part. Oh.
The more to the center you get, the hotter it appears. Cut. I hear people entering this house.
Yes. It's the kind of house that people enter.
I have made a butter pattern. Kind of.
Aw. You did. We have to put all this butter on it.
All of it.
All of it.
All of it.
It requires it all.
All the butter.
An entire stick of butter. It's just Aaron. It's just Aaron.
A sheet of butter.
A sheet of butter.
Imagine if they sold that in stores, just like a sheet long worth of butter.
You know, they probably do somewhere in the world.
There's always something somewhere in the world.
Like somebody melted it into a giant square, and then you can just peel it off of the wax paper and put it on your, functions.
It's an interesting idea.
Yes. Maybe we'll experiment with that someday.
Butter sheet.
This is very nice. I love your buttering. Just a spot right there.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
My arm got tired from holding it like that.
These are kind of stuck on there. We'll give them a chance. Okay. That's enough chances for you.
Now my fingers are buttery.
Okay. Now,
You
can either entertain or do some precarious magic. Precarious? Why am I saying precarious?
Precarious. Is everything dangling over a cliff?
That's that dangling over the cliff thing. Try not to do anything precarious while
Now,
I'm
what do you mean by doing the entertainment or the precarious?
I have to go see how long to cook this thing.
Ah, yes, I see.
I have to refer to the receipt.
Every time I go to do this motion, I'm trying to hover it above my face.
Yes. Very nice. Uh-oh.
Well, while Chef Sonny is seeing how long to actually put this thing in the oven for, I will entertain you by telling you a story.
It's a story
Yes, it is a story.
of a man named Brady. Oh wait, that's not the story, is it?
No. So, there are some reasons why you would and wouldn't want to go to fast food places. I mean, you'd want to go to fast food places if, you're wanting some fast food. You're not wanting to cook, and it's some easy to get, some relatively quickly. But, some reasons you might not want to go to fast food is also because it's fast food. It's meant for quantity, not quality. And this story pertains to a certain fast food restaurant called Hardee's. And so when you order something like a bacon cheeseburger, let's say, you expect a cheeseburger with bacon on it, not a hockey puck between two slices of bread with a single thin slice of bacon.
I'm not into hockey pucks. Okay, we cooked this at 350 for 35 to 14 minutes. And of course, we're going to use the toaster oven because it doesn't heat up our house in September.
The toaster oven.
The toaster oven.
The 350.
Yeah, somewhere close to 350. A little bit hotter is better than a little bit cooler.
What was it, this black knob?
That is that top black knob, yes, sir. And it was probably pretty close to 350.
It's 350. A little hotter.
Okay. And then we'll put it on for like 40 minutes because you always cook toaster ovens a little bit longer. Is it plugged in?
It's
The light,
ticking.
plug it in. It's
What?
not plugged in. The little light did not come on. Okay. And so we're going to poke. Oh,
There.
we're going to put these two pretty things on top.
The two leftover pineapple slices.
Put them right there and right there on top. Now, we're we will focus this into the oven. To be honest, very lovely.
In twixt the oven it goes.
Yes.
For 30 minutes on a little above 350.
Yes, for 35 to 40 minutes. I say 40 minutes in my toaster oven. I know it pretty well. It always takes a little bit longer and a little bit hotter to do the same thing as the oven. So, there is our... Now, would you like to sing a song?
I'd rather check what time we're on.
Oh, okay.
We are on 21 minutes.
21.
We are half of our last video, which is a good thing, and we've already got it in the oven.
Yes.
So I'd say we have a little time to do something, so... What would you like to do to entertain? Tell a story, talk back and forth, or maybe just chat about the cooking world?
Oh, we can chat.
Yeah.
Thought I might put a couple things away and make room while we're chatting.
Alright, here's a topic to start us off with. What has been your favorite thing to cook thus far? Not necessarily that we've been recording, but just in general.
I don't know, because I really like to cook and I like to try new things and I like to experiment. I don't like to make the same thing twice. At least not the same way, because that's boring. It's just boring. So, I don't know. I think this is my favorite one so far. Let's see how it turns out. I don't know. What's your favorite?
My favorite was, well, off of what I've been solely entrusted to cook by myself, with of course being talked through by Dad, it's got to be the chicken and soup my dad makes.
That sounds good.
We may do that one episode, but just for now, 2 cans of cream of chicken soup, 2 cans cream of mushroom, and some thawed out chicken. It can be really tasty.
Oh yeah, it's yummy. Serve it with some mashed potatoes and some biscuits and you're uptown! Uptown. Anyway. Okay, so...
Here's one more topic to leave off on. Have you ever had any difficulties cooking that are, let's say, of importance? Of considerable, problematicness?
You know, I really have a short attention span, and I don't remember that long ago. I don't remember problems. That's why I'm so happy-go-lucky.
Yeah.
Okay. Problems. I don't remember any problems. I just don't. Nope. Nothing in the noggin. So, do you have any disastrous stories to tell?
Disastrous stories to tell, well, when it comes to cooking, I can tell you I've almost started a toaster fire.
Oh, well, that's exciting.
It was a crisp summer's day.
Crisp summer's day.
And
does that mean it's really, really hot?
it was in the prime of summer. It was at its hottest. And so you can put toast in, okay, in our toaster, and it can pop up. Now, if you're lucky, it can be golden brown on the first try. If you're unlucky, it'll harden a little bit, but still won't get any goldenish, golden brownish.
Yes.
So you set it in. Now, the thing about our toaster is our toaster likes to get stuck when you push it down.
Oh no.
So there have been times where it wouldn't pop up by itself, and it was one of those times where I had kind of forgotten about it because our toaster takes a little long to toast bread. And I had passed by the kitchen once and started smelling smoke, and it's like, I wonder if that's coming from the toast or not. And, well, the worst that happened was I escaped with some burnt bread.
Note to self, every now and then we have to clean the crumbs out of the toaster.
Yes.
Yes. But you usually don't remember to do that until you smell your toaster burning. Unless you're one of those people that put it like on your weekly list to clean out the toaster. Or one of those people that clean out the toaster every time you use it.
Yeah.
Not that guy.
Alright. Well, we shall be back when this dump cake is finished baking.
Ta-da!
And then we will give our little review on it.
Yes. Rolling.
Alright, it has been 40 minutes,
14 minutes.
give or take.
And we have taken it out of the oven, and I had some cherry stuff left, so I put a face on him because he needed a face.
Put a little cherry face on him with the pineapples.
Cherry face with his little pineapple owl eyes and his little beak. He's got a beak. Little cherry beak. Anyways. Anywho's.
Anyhows.
And stuff. We're going to cut him now. Where shall I begin? Here?
It is time for the taste test.
Cut a little piece. Let's see how this works.
Oh, it's going to be squishy.
Okay.
It's going to be crumbly.
I'm going to have to cut it a little wider so it'll be the same size as the spatula. Oh, it's like ooey.
It's crumbly.
Gooey! It's ooey gooey. Okay. Oh, it's because the pineapple
got a
was
pineapple.
under there. That's why it wouldn't come out evenly. It's because there was a pineapple.
We got to account for the under pineapples.
Yes, the under pineapple was
You
the
broke
issue.
his face.
I broke his face. I know, I'm sorry. Alright, there's that.
There's that piece.
But his face is going to get broken because I have to get the under pineapple out. Apparently. It's a thing. Pan is hot. Don't burn yourself.
The
Use a
pineapple
pot holder.
dictates how much dump cake you may take.
Yeah.
It is like a slice.
Well, the recipe said that chopped pineapple would be better than slices, but you know. Who are we to follow directions? Okay.
Oh no, the rest of the pineapple's coming up.
But hot. Very hot. Now, the recipe suggestion was to eat it with ice cream.
In fact, most of the photos you can find on dump cakes actually have ice cream on it or whipped cream or something.
Mm-hmm.
So, overall, hot. Probably should have let it cool down a little bit more. Or got some ice cream or whipped cream out.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
Overall, though, it's not bad.
Well, it's pretty good. The cherry and pineapple is very tasty together. I had my concerns, but it's lovely.
Yep, I'd recommend making this for any sort of special occasion.
Yep, or not special occasion.
Maybe you just want some dump cake. Who can say?
Maybe. Maybe just feel like you need a dump cake. But
What?
it's a pretty easy dessert. It doesn't stand in pieces. It's more of a scoopable kind of thing. So, but it's still tasty.
Until then, we will see you next episode.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we might be making another dessert. Who knows?
Never know.